Welcome to the January 16th library board meeting. We'll go around and do a really quick attendance. I'm going to start and see if anyone is on the phone.
Hi, yes, Hannah James.
Perfect. Thank you, Hannah. Okay, we'll go around.
Yeah, the car wouldn't start, so.
Oh, no.
Can't imagine why.
Well, I know I haven't
Dang.
driven it in like 4 days. It's my own fault.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah.
know.
No worries. Thank you, Hannah. Okay, we'll go around.
John Odenbiker.
Wanda Minglecook.
Okay. Amy Oren.
Paul Jensen.
Perfect. Okay, our first item on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
I have one correction under new business A. It should say 2022 Children's Summer Reading Challenge promotional video as opposed to 2023.
Okay, do we have a motion for approval with the revision?
So moved.
Okay. Second?
I'll second.
Okay, wonderful. Next, we're moving on
We
to.
gotta call the vote.
Sorry. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I
Got it. Thank you. Next, moving on to item number 2, minutes for our December 19th meeting. Looking to make a revision for board members to change mine to present. I was coming in remote and late for attendance. Do I have a motion for approval of adding me to being present to the minutes?
So moved.
I will second.
Perfect. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any opposed?
Hi.
All right. Nice. Okay, next we have public comment. Great. Number 4, we have staff report with Megan.
Hello. You have my report in your packet. I'll just do some highlights. I have one service note. We have changed our limit for Hoopla as of the beginning of this month. So instead of 8 checkouts a month, we're limiting that to 6. There were only a few people that actually hit the limit, and costs were increasing a lot.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how it goes. We haven't heard any complaints yet, but it's not the end of the month.
I don't think I ever hit my limit, but there are some times where I'm like, I don't know, I might be pretty close to there. But cool.
On the event front, where there are a few I want to highlight. For children, we are partnering with a whole bunch of different groups for a STEM event in February. That one will be open house style with lots of hands-on learning activities. For teens, this weekend, we're having a birthday party for Edgar Allan Poe. It is his 215th birthday, so there will be a Gothic afternoon of dark tales and movies and a Poe-themed craft.
Nice.
For adults, it's a really busy month. As a follow-up for last year's One Book, One Community read, we have Berlin Nelson visiting this weekend to talk about his canoe journey on the Rio Grande. Matt O'Lean is joining us to host another film series on Sundays in February. This year's theme is science fiction. There will be screenings of the film starting at 2 p.m. with a discussion following. We are partnering with the League of Women Voters to host an event February 15th about running for office. It's a nonpartisan information program just about what's involved in the process and all the various deadlines. We've also invited some local politicians to talk about their experience going through our local election pipeline. There are a ton of book clubs and crafting programs coming up. Those are in my report. And one last thing I want to mention is that it's time for Northern Narratives submissions again. So that starts February 1st. Anyone 13 years or older can submit short fiction, nonfiction, and poetry to be included. This will be our 8th year, and selected submissions will be printed in a book that ends up in the library's collection. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
All right, number 5, director's report.
Yes, per your packet, you can see it there. Attended one thing I can talk about briefly, attended the City Commission legislative meeting last Friday. It was interesting. And I got to talk to Representative Carla Hansen, and she's on the Juvenile Justice Committee, which in the interim will be at some point getting all of those library policies that all the libraries have sent. And so it's good to have someone level-headed, and I've looked at that committee, and I think good things will come from that, and certainly they're not meeting till March, and then maybe something near the end of the year, so I don't know where that, but I will be in contact with Representative Hansen and kind of keep an eye on where that situation is. If anybody has any other questions in terms of my report.
All right. Any questions? No? Okay, doesn't look like we have any unfinished business. So moving on to item number 7, new business. Letter A.
All right. Sarah can introduce herself and talk about the video before we get a chance to see it.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Nelson, and I'm a children's and adult services librarian. And I'll give you a little background on our summer reading program promo video for those of you that maybe haven't seen one before. We started doing them in 2013, partly because we didn't have enough staff to cover all of the requests for school visits that we were getting to promote summer reading program. And then on the other side of things, some teachers and school media specialists are too busy at the end of the year to give a whole lesson away to a visit. So it's nice for them to have a video that's just a few minutes that they can share. And then the city communications team has filmed and edited all the videos for us, which we're very thankful for. The last few years, Ryan Green has done that, and before that it was Brian Sellen. And we're really thankful for their expert editing skills to make us look our best as amateur actors up there. And then Melissa Duncan, our library community relations specialist, always does a great job wrangling all the details together, going over the scripts, and making sure the video has the right images and info in it, as well as the entire children's department, making sure we have what we need in there. And this video is from summer 2022. And it was the first time that the city communications department decided to submit one of our library videos for the Savvy Awards. And the Savvy Awards are held by the 3CMA, which we learned are the City County Communications and Marketing Association organization. And we won 3rd place in the best use of humor category for cities with a population over 100,000.
Nice.
And we got these nice trophies. So it's kind of nice, right? So just one quick thing before I play this video. Usually I like to get my coworkers involved in the video, but the theme was Oceans of Possibilities, and that seemed tricky for Fargo. Like, where do you film that? What do you do? So we went a little different direction, and I think they were thankful for it.
And before you hit I just want to give Sarah a lot of credit. She is kind of the creative genius behind these, and they're just so much fun. And we show them during all staff meetings, and it's just, everybody just enjoys it so much. So thank you, Sarah, for all your hard work on those.
Thanks. It's a fun project to get to do. I guess, any questions about that, or am I good to play? Okay.
Hi, my name's Finnegan. I'm a betta fish and I live at the Fargo Public Library. I like to swim, listen to librarians help people, and hang out with Phil. Say hi, Phil. I learned so much. Sometimes I even get to read books, if they practice story time close enough to my bowl. Yesterday, I heard the librarian say that the Summer Reading Challenge starts on June 1st, and it's about oceans of possibilities. I've never been to the ocean, but I think I'd like to know more about it. How about you? The library will have all sorts of activities, stories, crafts, and related events about the oceans and their creatures. I'm just a little fish in a tiny sea, but I know there's a big world full of things to learn about. I hope you'll stop by the Fargo Public Library this summer and explore oceans of possibilities with me. The Summer Reading Challenge runs June 1st through August 20th. All 3 Fargo Public Library locations will offer all sorts of activities for kids. Story times, MSUM Oceanarium visits, STEM activities, crafts, movies, and more, as well as events for teens and adults. All ages can also use the Beanstack app to keep track of reading and earn prizes, and it's all free, including free Map Bus rides for kids going to the library. Find out more at fargolibrary.org. See you this summer!
Yeah, nice job.
Very nice. Think summer.
Who got to be the voice? Was that you? Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. All right. Nice.
No, that was a very good promotional.
That was great. Nice job. Cool. Is the beta fish still at the library? Oh,
Yeah.
I know that was Finnegan, who we called Finny, and sadly, no. So we dedicate the award to Finnegan.
Poor guy.
that's awesome.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Yeah.
Is this the library thing?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Michael Percy.
You don't just walk in and start talking.
Why is that?
Because we have a decorum here,
Okay.
Yes.
which means that,
I'll sit down and wait.
yeah, have
Yeah.
a seat.
I just thought when she asked.
Oh, yeah. No worries. Yeah. So we had public comment previously.
Correct.
So that was missed. So
Yes, it
how
was.
do you
So
want to
he
go
can't
about
speak.
doing that?
No.
Okay. So we've already done and addressed our public comment in our meeting. So does he come back next month?
Yep.
Okay. So we have to come back next month for your public comment. Okay, next we have on our new business, we have letter B, art display, inquisitions,
Acquisitions.
and
review.
policy review.
Yeah, and where this come from, we always want to go through all board policies within a 3-year window. And so we have a number that we're coming up against that for the next couple months. We'll be bringing those in just for review, essentially.
Okay.
So no identified changes per the art display and acquisitions policy, but if anyone on the board has questions in that regard,
Okay.
I need a motion to approve art and acquisitions as provided.
That's good.
I move for approval of the art display and acquisition policy as presented.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? No. All right. Approved. And then moving on to letter C, bulletin board and brochure table policy.
Same thing. Again, we just want to have a review of this. No changes identified. Or if anybody has any questions.
Okay.
I move approval of the bulletin board and brochure table policy as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? All right, that is approved. Moving to number 8, the statistical report.
Yeah, looking at the good thing about the December, we got the full year in front of us. Exciting when we're looking at attendance. You can see 2023 in comparison to 2022, we saw an increase of 11% in terms of library visits. That's an increase of over 40,000 more in visits than 2022, which is exciting. The real exciting number, if you can see there in terms of program attendance, you can see an increase of 37%. That's almost a little over 9,000 more attendees to library programs compared to 2022. And I think a big driver there, a lot of across the board. You can see that based on the data that you see there. That's exciting because the number there, the 33,758, that is a record number of annual attendance for library programs. Volunteer hours down just a little bit over 2022. Internet signups up 16% over 2022, which represents an increase of 7,548 more signups. And like web page hits, you can see that's 11% over 2022. You can see the increase there. In terms of circulation, again, big driver being electronic e-content. You can see increase of just about 9% over 2022 of 81,686. And for the month of December, that was a record circulation amount for the month of December going back to 2009 of 78,974 items in the month of December. So excited about that in terms of usage.
All right, and then financials.
Right, starting out with the donations. On the revenue side, you can see we received $220. That's so that was gifts of various amounts from individuals and one in memory of Janet Murphy, and a nice gift of $100 from MBN Engineering. And we also, and it's not listed there, but in kind, we received a donation of a wheelchair, which was exciting. On the expenditure side, you can see $156 from One Book, One Community, and $883 of, most of that was a Wiggle Room donation, so they purchased items for the Wiggle Room. And the rest of it, the right around a little over $47 was for expenditures for Crafter Noons. And the $31 there, staff development, was final Christmas party supplies of $31. So that's in terms of overall budget, almost right down to the end of 2023, looking at just around $159,000 remaining per, obviously, like all I mentioned in terms of discussions with city finance in terms of city revenue concerns. And overall, in terms of revenue we brought in for the year of 2023, just under 33,000.
Okay. Any questions for the statistical report? No? All right. Anyone from Friends of the Library? No? Okay. Our next meeting is February 20th, and we are adjourned.